Welcome to Voice of the Soul. Here on this channel, we explore emotional healing, inner truth, and spiritual evolution. Today, we are stepping into one of the most profound aspects of the twin flame connection, not just its depth and sacredness, not the heartache and challenges, and not even the bliss and excitement of physical union, but the mirroring effect between yin and yang, the divine feminine and divine masculine. The mirroring between you and your divine counterpart is both a phenomenon and a dynamic. It symbolizes and defines the nature of a twin flame connection, and quietly leads both of you to walk through the journey of inner transformation and spiritual growth. As a mirror, it reflects your light as well as your shadow, awakening your higher consciousness, and guiding you to reach inner union and wholeness within you. So, what can your mirror soul reveal about yourself and the true meaning of your life path? Stay with me, and let's look at 5 spiritual gifts that mirror souls offer each other. Number 1. A mirror soul reveals the brilliance of your light within. When you first meet your twin flame, it isn't just another romantic encounter. It is a soul recognition. It is an experience that defies logic. The attraction between you is not because that person checks the boxes of a perfect partner in terms of religion, age, education, status, possessions, or accomplishments. In their presence, you are drawn to something you cannot explain. You are captivated, almost dazzled, by the brightness of a light that you feel energetically. This brilliance of light vibrates on the same soul frequency as yours. It is the spark of your shared divine origin, reflecting back to you. Through the gaze of the shared soul, you glimpse a version of each other that feels so free and radiant, the truth your conditioned mind and ordinary eyes have long struggled to see. Bathed in the glow of this divine mirror, even in silence, your heart overflows with a joy that is pure, simple, and blissful. In those moments, time seems to dissolve. It feels like that the two of you are standing in one luminous stream, caressed by the same divine current. In that light, both of you soak in a love that transcends the logical, a love that feels safe, warm, whole, and homecoming. You taste the joy of heaven for a moment, and before you realize, you are falling in love, not only with the dazzling light you see in them, but also with the radiant version of yourself reflected in their light. This is the first gift of meeting a mirror soul, illumination. Number 2. A mirror soul reflects the opposite of you. Sometimes, you may think to yourself that your twin flame seems to be the very opposite of you. Where you love solitude, they thrive in crowds. Where you follow the rules, they bend or even break them. Where you are orderly and restrained, they are wild and free. Where you are a deep thinker and dreamer, they live openly and move boldly into action. And this contrast, this sacred otherness, feels both intoxicating and liberating. It's as if a part of you has found its reflection in another person, only expressed as the other side. At first, it might feel like a classic opposites attract story, but as time unfolds, a deeper truth reveals itself. This is far beyond the magnetic pull of opposites. This is divine mirroring at work. When you stand before your counterpart, it's like gazing into a cosmic mirror that reflects the stark contrast of your soul's expression. Not better, not worse, but a missing piece that complements you so perfectly, you can't help but be in awe. Those qualities they embody, often the very ones you've secretly longed to express. The more you witness these differences, the more you realize you are looking at another side of yourself in front of them. And somewhere along the way, with a sense of wonder, you find yourselves admitting to each other, "When I look at you, it feels like I am looking into a mirror." And through this reflection, you begin to reach a deeper understanding of yourself. You discover a new chapter in your own book, one that celebrates your strength and uniqueness, while embracing your weaknesses and shortcomings. This is the second gift of having a mirror soul, revelation. Number 3. A mirror soul uncovers your shadows and wounds. As many have come to learn, the twin flame connection is not only to fulfill your dream of experiencing a once-in-a-lifetime love story, but to ignite profound healing for you to reconnect with parts of yourself that have been neglected, rejected, or even disowned. While your brilliance finds reflection in each other, those shadows and wounds are also brought to light. Along this journey, especially after you awakening to the spiritual nature of this connection, the wounds you've carried since childhood, or even across lifetimes, begin to reveal themselves. Some are buried so deeply that only this sacred connection has the power to unearth them. At times, the process is maddening, heartbreaking, and taking a lot of courage just to face it. You feel swept into an abyss of the unknown, wishing you had never started this journey. Yet what feels unbearable is the sacred fire of purification. But before you turn to blame this journey for all the pains you are feeling, pause and remember. Whatever uncomfortable emotions you are dealing with is exactly what your soul is uncovering for you to be healed. And then you begin to notice, despite all your differences, your wounds, the very patterns that shape your behaviors, also mirror each other, with precision. One fears abandonment, the other fears rejection. One closes off from vulnerability, the other runs from intimacy. One seeks emotional validation, the other feels unworthy of offering love and withdraws. This is not dysfunction, it is divine orchestration. As you heal, you start to understand, your mirror soul is not here to hurt you. They reveal what already hurts, so it can finally be seen, felt, and healed, within the embrace of the divine love within you. Until these wounds are uncovered, healed with compassion, and transformed into wisdom and strength, you and your mirror soul will remain separate, not as punishment, but as preparation. This is the third gift of having a mirror soul, purification. Number 4. A mirror soul awakens your authenticity. On the other side of this purification, something extraordinary begins to unfold. Your authentic self emerges. Once you awaken to the nature of this sacred connection, your shared soul continues to call you home, urging you to remember your divine truth beneath every layer of illusion. You may try to deny it. You may run, avoid, or attempt to forget. But the mirror soul will follow you, because it lives within you. It is you. Your person becomes a living reminder of your highest truth, even when you are afraid of the unknown, even when you are unsure of who you are becoming. As your soul calls you home, the roles you once performed for approval no longer interest you. The masks you wore to survive begin to fall away. The connections that do not recognize your truth quietly dissolve. Every false identity, crafted to fit in, to belong, to stay in control, begins to crack under the intensity of this awakening. You may feel lost. You may feel like everything familiar is slipping through your fingers. But in truth, this connection is the gift of spiritual alchemy, stripping away what is false so the authentic self can finally emerge. For many, a time of solitude, inner chaos, and confusion leads to a profound transformation that awakens your divine power. Metaphorically, this stage serves as the sacred cocoon that allows you to become an embodiment of higher vibrational energy, ready to dance with the cosmic rhythm. This is the fourth gift of having a mirror soul: transformation. Number 5. A mirror soul calls you into your soul's mission. And now, you have transformed. You remember who you truly are. You no longer ache for union, for you've come to know that you are already whole, with or without the presence of that extraordinary person. Slowly, the once unresolvable puzzle begins to make sense. You realize there was a deeper purpose behind meeting them, something far beyond romantic love or intimate connection. You begin to understand, this journey was never about the ego's hunger for craving or its despair in loss. It was never about another person's grand gesture or commitment to prove your worth. The frozen silences, the unbearable betrayals, the confusion, the rage, the raw jealousy, the heart-wrenching pain. All of it was the alchemy, reshaping you, revealing what has always been within, and leading you into the reclamation of your divine power. Each step became an awakening, a step forward into higher consciousness. Now, your hands are full of sacred gifts. Your voice, your vision, your wisdom, your healing touch, your creative spark. You are ready to walk steadily toward your soul's mission. You have ignited the light within, and its radiance ripples outward into the cosmos, awakening others who are ready to seek truth. At last, you understand. This twin flame journey was never about the suffering of separation, but the integration of your divine essence, living with emotional freedom, authenticity, and love. This is the fifth gift of having a mirror soul: ascension. Closing. The mirroring nature of a twin flame connection is not merely a byproduct of the journey, it is its very essence. In this sacred and eternal bond, the mirror does more than awaken. It illuminates. It reveals. It purifies. It transforms. It ascends. It reminds us that love is not only comfort or togetherness. Love is the expansion of awareness. Love is the courage to heal. Love is the divine design that guides us home to the truth of who we are. This is the sacred journey of the twin flame. This is the celestial dance of the divine masculine and divine feminine, a dance that transmutes pain into wisdom, masks into authenticity, and egoic survival into soul expression. And your mirror soul, your divine counterpart, whether near or far, echoes through your every breakthrough and every becoming. Thank you for tuning in Voice of the Soul. If today's message has inspired you, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Until next time, stay anchored in your most powerful energy, sending you love and light.